I want to ask you, though, Billy and Frank, John Tortorella's getting a lot of publicity again because he benched Patrik Laine last night in the second period.
Yeah.
Didn't play another shift after he was soft on a 2-2 goal and then didn't take a player going to the net right after there. And don't forget, he was the guy that acquired for, Dubois, who was benched in his final game for a similar type of thing, being soft in the corner. And literally before Dubois even played a game in Winnipeg because of the 14-day quarantine rule, here we go again with Torts already benching Laine. Now, some of the other players are saying, that's Torts' way. If you don't play hard, that's what he does. But I just think it's a really bad look because, again, all the talking heads are going to be focused. Maybe if a player doesn't do something right the way Laine did in the 2-2 goal, you bench him for the rest of the period, you ream him out in the intermission, then he goes back to playing in the...
Well, I'm telling you right now that John Tortorella, this is his last year in Columbus unless they win a Stanley Cup.
Okay. Well, what do you... Yeah, I mean, the guy... That's really, really bold coaching.
No, it's not. It's stupid coaching.
No, but
it doesn't work anymore.
No, the owner has to decide.
Yeah.
The owner has to decide if he's running the franchise for John Tortorella or for the fans and himself.
Mike Keenan in St. Louis got in a pissing match with Brett Hall. Who left, Brett Hall or Mike Keenan?
Mike Keenan.
Okay. In Tampa Bay, John Tortorella hated Vinny Cavalier when Vinny was at the top of his game. Who left Tampa?
Tortorella.
So, I mean, we can go on and on. I can give you a million precedents. I'm telling you right now, if John Tortorella wins the Stanley Cup this year, then this conversation is a moot point, right? But if they don't win, he will not be back next year.
Well, I don't disagree. I think it's time. And Tortorella...
Yeah, but his style of coaching, of berating and fucking around with the players, these guys will tell him to fuck off.
He's the only coach that would do that. Like, Billy, there's no other coach in the NHL that's going to bench a superstar for half the game.
You had the guy that Babcock, who was the coach for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
No one else will do that.
Well, Babcock did it. He did it to Austin Matthews, and that's what...
No, but Matthews was never benched like that. He may have missed a shift. He was never benched for half a game.
No, never sat for the full game.
Well, I think that Babcock
can't afford to do it.
Playoffs.
You can't afford to do it in Columbus, and you do it. You got to go.
Right.
The owner's got to dump him. That's all.
Okay.
Say, hey, I'm going to build my team so people want to stay and play for Columbus. Don't want it.
Billy, what you said is 100% correct. Ownership will always take the side of the fans and the people who are paying the fucking bills.
You got it.
And if the fucking coach is fucking around with that, he's going to be out the fucking door sooner than he could say exit. So, I'm a big fan of Mike Keenan. I like Mike Keenan. I consider him my friend. I spent time with him in British Columbia on the show Making the Cut. He was on my Being Frank show. I'm a big fan of Mike Keenan. I like him. I think he's a great human being. But, and Mike told me that, sometimes emotion gets the better of you. But there's guys who will tell you that Mike Keenan is the best coach that they ever played for. Eddie Balfour will say that he owes his career to Mike Keenan. So
Keenan was a hell of a coach. Man. He's a hell of a
big fan of Mike Keenan.
That's all I know.
Stanley Cup winner, and
not that I put him coaching my team, but that's fine. Because what Mike Keenan does, he comes to a town, he picks out the player who's the most popular, and he trades him. That's what he does. So that Mike.
I think Mike Keenan is either a destroyer of a goalie or a creator of a goalie. When he went to St. Louis, the first thing he did, he took Curtis Joseph, opened the door, and whipped him out the fucking window. The first thing that Mike Keenan did when he went to Florida, he took Roberto Luongo, opened the door, and threw him out the fucking window.
Yeah,
Mike Keenan,
popular players.
Mike Keenan, if he doesn't believe you're the goalie that's going to win him a Stanley Cup, you're gone.
Yeah, to both of your points, you're playing with fire when you coach like Torts. I mean, Patrik Laine, they want to sign him to a long-term deal. That was part of the problem in Winnipeg. He didn't have a long-term contract. Do you think Patrik Laine and his agent are going to sign somewhere to play for a coach who benches him for half a game when he doesn't checking a goal?
Never. I'm telling you right now, and I'm going to stick to my statement that Mike Keenan, John Tortorello, if he doesn't win a Stanley Cup, they're going to grab him and throw him out the fucking window.